Hi Ruby, good evening. How are you?
I'm good. What about you, sir?
Yeah, I'm fantastic. Thank you so much for asking. So, how's your day going so far?
My day has been extremely good. Extremely
Oh,
super.
that's great. Okay. So, as we are meeting for the first time, so I want to know something about yourself. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Of course, of course. My name is Ruby. I am from Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh. I have done my post graduation and B.Ed also. And these days, I am working on improving my English communication skill. And yeah, I'm running a YouTube channel I create last month. And if I talk about my hobbies, so these days I indulge myself reading a book, and I love reading book. Recently, I have started for a couple of weeks. It's a self-help book called Atomic Habit, and I like.
Okay,
Yes,
that's great to
that's
know
all
about
about
you.
me.
Yeah, now I
Yes.
am going to introduce myself. That you know already. My name is Ashutosh Dwivedi, and I am from Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. About my education, I have pursued my degree that is BCom Honors Accounting from Banaras Hindu University. And when it comes to my masters, now I'm pursuing a masters that is Masters of Arts in English Literature. I'm a final year student. Even though I do run a YouTube channel which is based on a spoken English conversation, and it's been 2 years I have been running that channel. So it's all about me. Thank you. So now
Mm.
I'll be asking some questions to you. So are you comfortable?
Yes, yes, I'm really comfortable this time. Yes.
Okay, so
And
the
I like
first
your
question I
accent
Oh,
very well.
thank
I
you.
like your accent. Yes.
Thank you so much. Okay. So now I want to ask some questions to you related to your spoken English journey. That first question goes to you, Ruby, that what is the reason behind learning spoken English for you?
Because last month I gave interview and I am not selected just because of I have not good command in this language. So after that I thought that I learned this language. Otherwise I have to face a lot of problem in my professional life. So that's why. And I am also curious and keen to learn this language these days. And I really enjoy when I talk to someone, when I speak to someone. So I feel really, really good.
Oh, that's great. So it is your passion or it is your hobby now. You like interacting with the people.
Yes,
That's great. So, but
yes,
you
yes.
got rejection in interview. And what is your future goal? What do you want to be?
I want to become a teacher.
Want to become a
Yes,
teacher. That's why you have pursued a Bachelor of Education, right? Here.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's good to hear about you. So these are the reasons you are learning spoken English. And how long have you been practicing spoken English?
Maybe 2 or 3 months before. I have recently started.
You have
Yes.
started your journey 3 months ago.
Yeah, 3 months. Yes. Approx
Okay, I
three or
got
three and
it.
a half. Yes.
Yeah, that's good. So another question, what kind of problems do you face while speaking English? What are your problems related to communication in spoken English?
These days, I am facing a lot of problems like vocabulary, sentence structure, and sometimes when I talk to someone, so I goes blank, like each and every time. So yes, and a lot of problem like hesitate when I talk to someone, especially hesitate how to speak very well, and many more problems also because I'm also like what can I say? Yeah, hesitate person. So that's
Yes,
why.
okay. You are an introvert. You don't have habit to
Yeah.
interact with the people a lot. So the second thing,
Yes.
your mind goes blank whenever you are
Yes.
interacting with somebody. I can understand because it's been only 3 months for you, and interacting on camera is not an easy task. It takes a lot of
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
efforts. When you will do that
Yes.
for
Yes.
1 year, 2 years, then you will become comfortable talking to the people on camera. For me, it's been three
Yes. Yes.
years. I have been doing it till
Yes.
now. I need a lot of improvement. I make mistakes. Sometimes I get stuck. I don't get right words. So this is a common thing which happens because we are learning this language. It is not a native language. We don't have
Yes.
a surrounding and the environment for this spoken English, right? So it is very difficult to find people in a society where they would like to speak English. They don't want to speak in English, right?
Yes. Yes.
So, okay, another question goes to you. That is, what is your expectation from yourself in this language? What do you expect? Like, where would you like to see yourself in this language after 3 years?
Maybe I want to become an effective communicator. Yes, communicator is not a my like criteria. I want to become an effective communicator. So that's why nowadays I try to like interact many people, and I want to talk. And yeah, when like 1 month before when I talk to someone, so I feel really like hesitate and all. But nowadays I try to overcome. That's why I send many. That's why I find many people who can talk with me. Yeah, so I feel
Okay,
really
I
good.
got it. So, like, how's your experience? Like, what kind of platforms do you use to speak with the people? Which kind of
These
applications do
days,
you use? Hmm.
these days, using like English Yari platform. I took subscription last month, and I'm also using. And apart from that, yeah, I'm also using Ace Fluency and free user. Recently, I have started free user. Yes, only
Okay,
two platform.
two platforms. So, how's your experience on English, Shari? How many sessions have you taken so far?
I take 10, 11 session and 12 session today, 4:30. Yes,
Okay, you have a session at 4:30. With whom?
yes, with Megha Naik ma'am.
Yes, with Mega Man. Okay, I got it. So, how's your experience there?
My experience is really good with this platform because I said, I'm not good at like lot of things. So they can provide feedback. Feedback is very important. Nowadays, I realize feedback is very important because when I start my journey, so that time I talk to only myself. So like each and
Okay.
every time I'm doing a lot of mistake. But nowadays when I talk to someone, when I talk to especially tutor, so they can like feedback me, guide me. So nowadays I realize I improve little bit because I have recently started. Yes.
Yes, of course. So, what kind of feedbacks do you get generally? That what they suggest you to work on? What kind of
Like
suggestions or advice do you get from them?
like especially lack of vocabulary and especially past tense. Yeah, especially past tense and many more also because my pronunciation not good, lack of hesitation, like two or three, mostly past
So,
tense. A
for that,
sentence
like
structure.
whatever the feedbacks you get, then how do you work on those things? Like whatever the suggestions they are giving you, then how you are trying to improve yourself, and how you are trying to take that feedback seriously, and how do you work on those things? What do you do for
Like
pronunciation? What do you do for that past mistakes or grammatical mistakes?
so yeah, these days I'm also reading books like
Hmm.
like kids book like fifth to seventh grade, my cousin's books, and like on YouTube. Like I also follow two or three YouTube, 4 to 5 YouTube channel, like my grammar on all because I'm not good at grammar. I mean basic also. So these days, I mean basic is important. Otherwise, so so that's why nowadays I'm trying to learn grammar at least little bit.
Okay, you are trying to learn, you are trying to watch videos, and you read textbooks as well, so you can improve your
Yes,
reading habit. Okay, that's great. That's great to hear. So, how much time do you spend every day to improve yourself? Like, yeah, how much time do you spend? How many hours or minutes do you give for English language?
like reading, writing, each and everything.
Yes, of course, each and everything you can say that. There are four pillars: reading,
Yes,
writing,
yes.
listening, speaking.
Nowadays, I'm also doing each and everything. When I'm free, I read books. When I'm free, I scroll my YouTube and read articles and listening podcasts on YouTube, on Spotify, like many more things. And I use also, I said, like Ace Fluency, like many more things. When I'm free, I indulge my, nowadays I'm doing like productive way, each and everything
Okay,
these days.
nowadays you're really serious about learning this language. That's great to hear. Yeah, that's very nice because it is very important when you will think in English, when you will read in English, you will have to surround yourself in English only if you want to learn this language. Otherwise, it is very difficult. What some like few people they do, they take session of 30 minutes and whole day they will watch in Hindi, their own language, Marathi, Bengali. Then it is very difficult for them to speak better English. So you
Yes.
will have to read, write, listen, everything, whatever you have to do that in English because it is very important. So now I would like to know about your schedule, that how your day looks like. Can you tell me your routine?
Daily routine.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. Like daily routine.
Yes. Just you have to
Okay.
tell at what
Okay.
time
Yeah.
you wake up, at what time you go to sleep,
Okay.
at how many hours do
Okay.
you study.
Yeah. Generally, I wake up at 7:30 in the morning, and after that, I drink one glass of water, and then I take my phone and walk on my terrace, and then after come back and take bath, get dressed up, and take my breakfast. And after that, I help my mother some household work because nowadays I'm in my home. Yes, and after that, I take my lunch and after that I take my classes, online classes. And these days I'm also preparing for government exam, so I'm also study some my like syllabus and all. And after that, in the evening, yeah, I go for a walk. I go to for a walk in the garden, and after that I come back and take some snack. And after that, I help my mother some household work again. And then in the yeah, I take dinner with my family, and after that I study again. Matlab, I mean story and all whatever. And after that, yeah, these days I'm also learning how to like YouTube, especially like editing whatever. So now in night especially I learn how to do like this type of work. And after that, before hitting the bed, I get it to go and set my alarm and go to bed. This is my daily routine.
Okay, that's great to hear. So how many hours do you study? 4 hours, 5 hours for your preparation? As you say that you are preparing for government exam as well. So you are preparing for teaching, right? Pre-teaching exams.
Yes, yes, yes.
So how many hours do you study for that? 3 hours, 4 hours, like that?
These days I reduce my like preparation like 1.5 hour or more, 1.5 hour, and mostly I read English mostly time, each and every.
Nowadays you are trying to invest more time with this language. Yeah, I can understand,
Yes, yes,
because if you will not compromise with your preparation, then you will not get time for your spoken English. So you have to
yes,
take time from your schedule, then only you can be better in this language, because it
yes,
takes
yes,
time. What I have understood is some people they think that by speaking 15 minutes, or if they will speak for
yes,
30 minutes, then they are going to be a wonderful speaker, but it's not true. It takes a lot of time. You have
yes,
to speak every day for several months. The more and more you will give time, the better you will become. So there is no
yes,
shortcut of becoming an expert in this language. That's what I feel.
yeah.
Okay. So another question goes to you. What are your hobbies? What do you like to do in your free time apart from spoken English? Nowadays you are totally devoted to spoken English, but apart from this spoken English and things, what do you like to do in your leisure time?
I said you these days I'm reading book. When I'm free, I read books. My kid,
Yeah, but before
I mean my
starting this
cousin.
spoken English journey, what were your hobbies and what you used to do?
Yeah, I listen music and watch movies. But nowadays, I left this type of things like
And what
movies,
about sports? Are you
listening.
interested in sports, anything? You used to
No,
play
no,
any
no.
sports when you were a child or when you were in school?
Like no, I'm not a sport lover person.
Okay, you're not a sports. What about traveling? Do you like to travel a lot? Do you like
Yes,
visiting many
yes, yes.
places?
Yeah, yes. I like to travel. And last month, I went to my village and attend my cousin's marriage. Yeah,
Okay,
that
that's
was
great.
nice experience for me.
Okay. So now, of course, if you have any question related to spoken English, you can ask one or two questions, whatever you have. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, 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 yeah, of course, I have question. So I am asking these days I'm also in this journey. So I'm facing a lot of problems. So how to overcome my problems?
The solution
Yeah,
is only the practice and consistency. The more you will interact with the people, the more you will become comfortable. There is no option that by reading is good, of course, like listening is good, but you have to speak as much as you can. Until unless you're not going to speak with the people, you're not going to become better. As you said, feedback is really important, but you can't improve, or you can't correct all of your mistakes in a single day. It takes time.
yes,
It will take
yes,
time to change yourself, but you have to do practice. You don't have to think like if you are making a lot of mistakes that you don't have to do practice every day, even though if you are making mistakes, because only you can learn when you will make more mistakes. So even though I used to suffer the same thing whatever you are suffering nowadays, and nowadays also it happens with me, if I don't do practice, if I don't read, then I feel I get stuck. Sometimes I don't get thought in my mind. So this is a common problem because this is not a native language. And if we are not
yes,
watching
yes,
and reading something in English, so we don't have environment in English. Most everybody speaks in Hindi here, right? So nobody speaks in
yes, yes,
English. So then that's why it is difficult. But if you will go to English speaking countries, there you will listen English 24/7. Even though vegetable seller,
yes,
everybody speaks English there, right? So even though if you're not practicing, then also you are listening those things in English. Same like us in Hindi, like when we don't speak with the people in Hindi, then also we listen Hindi always. Our parents are speaking, our friends are speaking, vegetable
yes, yes,
sellers, like vendors, everybody speaks in Hindi. The same there in English. So, but it is compulsory for us to create an artificial environment where we can listen most of the things in this English language to become better. So that is only the what I say to the people: listen, watch, and talk as much as you can. Like listening is very important because there is a statement: a good listener can be a great speaker. So if you're a good listener,
yes,
you
yes,
can be a good speaker as well. So try to listen as much as you can. Do attentive listening. Don't listen. Hearing and listening is different. When you hear something, you don't put a lot of attention, but when you listen, you have to listen carefully. That what about their pronunciation, how they speak, what about their style of speaking, what is the difference between your pronunciation and their pronunciation. So it is very important to understand those differences. Then you will be able to work on it. Because I had started my journey by listening to Sadhguru and Jash Shetty,
okay,
Ranveer, international speakers like Steve Harvey, Ellen DeGeneres. So I learned a lot by listening to them. So I say to the people, listen, watch, and talk as much as you can. And believe that speaking comes from speaking. A lot of people I have
oh,
seen, they have been practicing grammar for 10 years and 15 years, but now also they struggle to speak English. So speaking is very important. You have to make more and more conversations every day to become comfortable speaking with the people. So don't hesitate. Go on applications like Ace Fluency, Be Angrage, Open Talk, and try to interact with the strangers as much as you can.
yeah, these days I'm trying
These are
because
the
it's not a cup
solutions.
of tea for me. Yeah, but these days I try to overcome.
Yeah, of course, it's not a piece of cake for everybody. Of course, it takes
Yes, yes,
time, efforts, patience.
yes,
Okay. So, what you will have to do, you have to believe in yourself that if you're doing something, for sure you will get improvement. You don't have to look for the results that today I have worked like 8 hours, but I'm not able to speak good. No, you have to focus on your like practice, not on the results. That what are your results? So, if you will do practice for consistently 6 months and 1 year, you'll be able to feel the difference, and for sure you'll be able to improve a lot. So till now I do I do a lot of things to improve myself, and it is very important for a language to learn every day. Yeah.
okay.
Okay, so do you have any other question, or it's time to wrap up our conversation?
Yeah, I one another question. Like I said,
Mhm.
I'm not good at grammar, so I have to focus on grammar or not. Like,
It depends on the perspective and person to person. For me, to be honest, it's been more than 3 years. I don't read anything about the grammar. I know basic things, of course, even though you must be knowing basic things like tenses and things, but I don't go very deep into grammar. Rather than that, I would like to learn English, grammar indirectly by reading books, by listening in English content. Because how you learned Hindi? Have you learned grammar first? for learning Hindi?
No. Mm.
Okay. The
Yeah,
same
because
way,
yeah, when I
because you
talk to
had
anyone,
environment, but nowadays you have to create English environment. Whatever you try to watch in television, laptop, phone, or read, try to do that in English. Create an environment, then you will be able to improve. So it depends on you. If you feel you should watch videos, you can watch it. But for me, I don't watch a lot of videos related to grammar. I like to watch videos based on English, like documentaries, podcast.
oh,
I watch
okay,
conversations. That's what I focus on.
okay. Yeah, because
Yeah.
when I talk to someone now, so I like normal conversation, I'm okay. But when I talk on topic now, so that time I feel hesitate how to speak
So, but
each
the
and every
more
time.
sometimes you can watch the conversations related to the same topic. There are multiple videos on YouTube nowadays, right? That
Okay.
every topic is available on Cambly, Clappingo, that the people there. So try to watch those videos, and then you will get an idea that how to talk about a topic, and you can read something. Knowledge also is really important, not only communication skills. If you don't have knowledge, then how will you able to speak about anything? Even though if I'll ask you to tell me about the Joe Biden, the president of USA, will you be able to tell me in Hindi?
Mm.
Can you tell me about the president of United States, like in Hindi for 5 minutes? You can't do it because you don't know a lot of
Yes,
things
yeah.
about Joe Biden. So the first knowledge is very important. It doesn't matter it is
Oh,
Hindi or English. So first you should know about those topics, that at least you should have the knowledge about the pollution, education system, and environment, climate change, many things. Then only you'll be able to talk about it. Without knowledge, how
yeah,
can you
yes,
expect yourselves to
yes,
speak in
yes,
English if
yes,
you're not able to speak in Hindi?
yes, yes, yes. Thank you for this suggestion.
Yeah,
When I
okay.
talk to
So, okay.
yes, yes.
Just go on. You can say, you can complete your sentence.
Yeah, when I talk to someone now, so each and every time I find such a new thing, like how to
Mhm.
think very well.
Yeah, that's what I said. Whenever I try to interact with the people, ask about their suggestions, that what they do to improve their spoken English. So you will
Yes,
get a lot of ideas, and you can pick those ideas, like which you like, which you feel you can do it. So you can ask to everybody and get the ideas and try to work on those things. You will get good experience by interacting with the people. They will suggest you good speakers, good English platforms, good activities. That's how you can improve. That is only the way. So, okay,
definitely.
thank you so much. Many, many thanks to you. It was really nice interacting with you, and thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, even I have learned so many new things in this session, especially in this session. So many new things. How to think, how to speak. So thank you so much.
Yeah, pleasure mine. All the best and keep practicing. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.